Buenos dias and welcome back to our channel Colombia Expats. I'm Sam and my husband is Nick, and we moved permanently to Medellin, Colombia from the United States about 2 years ago, and we've been documenting our life living and breathing this beautiful country for the last 2 years over on our social medias at Colombia_expats. We decided to start a YouTube channel to showcase all of the beautiful places that we get to travel to all around Colombia, and today we're doing a bucket list item. I'm so excited. We honestly didn't even know that this existed before we moved to Colombia. And then when people started saying that this was actually like a really big thing in Colombia, we couldn't get over it. So today we're in a town called Bahía Solano. And Bahía Solano is famous for this one specific reason that you can only really see between August and November, and that is whale watching. Humpback whales come to migrate in this part of Colombia, and it's so incredible. They have their offspring here. So apparently here you can see baby whales, adult whales, and I literally can't wait. I'm so excited. So today is the day we go explore. Let's get going.
We just boarded a boat to another boat.
One thing that we did not prepare well for is that it's very humid here and our rooms are very AC. So when you go from hot to cold or cold to hot, the cameras fog up really easily. So hopefully by the time we get to see some whales, it's working perfectly. You excited, babe?
Yes, very. We are staying at Black Sands Lodge, and I have to say this is probably one of the best experiences I've already had, and we haven't even started.
You got it. Here in the Pacific Coast of Colombia, the whales that we will see today are humpback whales. And what we learned is that the tail of a humpback whale is actually kind of like the fingerprint of a person. They have these softwares that if you can get a photo of a tail of a humpback whale, the software can then connect it to see if there's any like matches if you see it somewhere else in the world, which is so awesome. There are about 15 whale species, and here they have found about 400 to 500 whales is how many they've seen in the Pacific Coast of Colombia, like throughout the year. Not like right in this moment, not just right in this area, but throughout the year, throughout Colombia. These specific whales migrate from Antarctica or the very southern part of Chile, which is where they start, and they move up to Colombia or Costa Rica or Panama, like this kind of like region of the Pacific coast. And this is the time of year to see the whales here in Colombia. I am so excited. This is already amazing. You excited? You got your big camera?
Do I look excited?
We just saw a whale breach like very far from us, so we're on our way over there. We literally just started this like 5 minutes ago. We're watching it, it's like far away, but we're on our way. We're going. We're so excited. It's so amazing. It was very wet on the way over here, and it's very windy, so I'm gonna try to do my best if you can hear me, and my makeup's probably all over my face, but that's okay. So we're waiting to see. This is okay. We're looking. We're seeing a group of males, is what our guide was saying. We think that they're fighting. We're gonna try to find them, but be very respectful. And when we get there, I'm gonna switch to the better microphone because it's very windy out here. So I'm gonna switch to a microphone that you can hear me a little bit more and explain more about what we were taught, because it's so interesting. But for now, we need to find the whales, get parallel to them so that we're respecting their space, but we're like close enough where we can see something. there's another whale coming to join this pack. This is amazing.
The rain is coming, so we did not bring our raincoats. They're back at the hotel. So we're gonna just get wet, and that's okay. Get it?
One thing that I really love about this is that usually when you see like whale watching kind of trips, they are always like full of tourists, but there's literally no one out here. We're staying very far away from it. We have 3 marine biologists on the boat with us that are also doing research, and everyone's very mindful of like leaving and giving them their space, but being close enough where we can see and enjoy, but far enough away where we're not like chasing them, or we're just really respecting their space here in nature, which I just appreciate, because so many times you see these like whale watching trips and it's just like surrounded by boats and stuff, and there's literally no one out here but us, which is awesome. We've seen these whales. We're following this like group of whales that we think are male whales, but it's so amazing. Like, I can't even describe it. This is so cool. I also want to give another tip that if you plan on coming whale watching here in Colombia, which I definitely think you should, it's so underrated. But one thing you should know is that it's kind of almost the rainy season in the Pacific Coast right now. It's middle part in September, so it's very, very wet. So just be prepared. Like, I put makeup on, which was a very poor decision. Don't do that. Just come out here and enjoy, and just make sure that you're bringing your things in, covering your electronics up if you come out here. The captain was just showing us a cool feature on the boat where you can see if the whales are underneath you or not. And they just like all came up and then they dove down, and we think that they're gonna come out like kind of close over here, but we're timing it because like I said, we had the marine biologist on here and she's timing it. So whenever we see the tail, it means they're about to dive deep. Then they've been going under for about 5 minutes and then coming back up to surface for about 1 minute. So we get like every 5 minutes, we get like 1 minute of action, and there's a lot of them. We think 3 or 4. So we get a lot of action in that 1 minute. It's so cool. Fun. So we are on the Pacific Coast toward the end of the season here in Colombia for whale watching. Toward the end, you see mostly male whales because they're all competing for the final females who are here to reproduce. As soon as a female understands that she's pregnant, she'll go start making her way to the Antarctica where she will actually give birth to the whales. So they come here to reproduce, and because we're toward the end, all the males are kind of like in panic mode trying to reproduce as much as possible. So they're trying to get as many female whales that they can before they all start migrating back. So interesting. This is truly one of the coolest things we've ever done. It's very wet and rainy, but it's truly one of the coolest things we have ever done in this country. Because I just think it's so amazing. It's not crowded with people. It's not like there are just
hundreds of boats trying to compete for this one whale, which makes it so the whale like doesn't want to stay, right? It's just us in the middle of the ocean with marine biologists, which is so cool because then they can give us all the tips and recommendations and history and information. And there are people who speak English on here, which is a true blessing because there are a lot of words in Spanish I'm not understanding, but oh, this is amazing. There are two real ways you can look for whales, or what we're doing today is the jumping fish, because the fish that jump usually follow the whales because they like to eat the barnacles off of them. And then the other things that we look for are like the blow of the air when they're coming up for water. Those are the two ways that we can really find them. One thing I will say is that the water is choppy, so maybe take like Dramamine or some kind of motion sick medicine. But honestly, this is so amazing. I'm like, can't stop smiling. It's so special. There's a cute little turtle, a sea turtle, like a huge sea turtle. Oh, that's amazing. Because we have a biologist on board with us, we're actually going to be sending a hydrophone all the way down so we can see if we can hear the whales. How cool is that? That is so cool that we can just hear them under the water. Like, this is a really awesome aspect to this. Honestly, none of the other boats that we've seen out here have this kind of technology, have this kind of service. Like, Black Sand Lodge is the reason we are out here, and they are awesome. We've been out here for 3 hours, and we've been following the whales, and now we get to listen to them. So cool. We're heading back to the hotel now, but we've been out looking at whales for the last like 4 almost hours, and truly it was one of the most special, remarkable 4 hours, especially because we had a biologist on board with so much information. We learned so much. She's bilingual. The group on this trip was so fun. We followed this pack for like hours and then came across another group. Like, oh, it's been the absolute most incredible day. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did today. And it truly was so, so special being in Bahía Solano, which is a place that Nick and I have wanted to come visit since we heard about it over 2 years ago. So we hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can follow us on more adventures around Colombia. If you're interested in seeing our daily life and maybe some more videos about Bahía Solano, then definitely make sure to go follow us over on our Instagram at Colombia_expats. We're actually going to be doing a whole video giving you all the information about Bahía Solano that you need to make your trip out here just as special as ours. So thank you so much for sticking around, and until next time, hasta pronto! Can you point to that and say we're staying with?
We are staying with Black Sands Resorts, and they're taking.
Lodge.
We are staying at Black Sands Lodge.
The lodge. One thing that I really love about we're actually going to send like what is it called? The thing that we're sending. We're heading back to the hotel now, but we've been out looking at dolphins.